Hello, my name is Gabby Turner. Welcome to this pick a card reading in which we're going to find out why do you keep attracting cheaters. So obviously this reading is meant for people for whom that is true. Like if you've just attracted a lot of people either who are cheating on other people and trying to pursue you, or who get involved with you and then cheat on you, or maybe both. But in any case, let's try to unpack it, trying to understand what's going on and see what guidance your spirit guides have for how you can improve that type of situation for yourself so that you're having better outcomes, basically. So we had three options here. Option number one is represented by the Strength card. Option number two is represented by the Judgment card. And option three is represented by the High Priestess card. The deck I'm using here is the Cosmic Tarot. And those are your three options. So take your time to figure out which option or options, especially if you're watching for more than one person. Well, that doesn't make sense here. But anyway, you might need to watch more than one for whatever reason if you feel compelled. Maybe there's insights for you in multiple readings. But in any case, the timestamps are going to be listed below with the name of the card. 1 Strength, 2 Judgment, and 3 High Priestess. So use those timestamps to go directly to your reading, and I'll see you there. All right, group 1, you chose the Strength card. Let's see why it is that you keep attracting cheaters and see what your spirit guides have to say about it. So let's just get a good shuffle here going on. Okay, we have the Magician card, so tell us more here. What about the Magician card? What about? Okay. So again, the purpose of this reading is not to find blame in any person for the situation. It's about understanding the dynamics of what is happening. So if you're, tired of having this same situation occur again and again, you can start to avoid it. But for some of you, it's like the communications that are happening make people feel that you are inviting that in some way. So is this for people who are cheating on who they're with, or is this people that get involved with you and cheat? Well, it's both, because we get a 9 card for each. Yeah, there's something here, okay, and I know, listen, this is not an easy topic, so please try not to get immediately triggered, okay? Let's try to hear spirit out here and try to understand what's being communicated. People are feeling somehow compelled by what you're saying or how you're saying it, that you are inviting this experience. Okay, so what are you doing? What is happening in your communication? With the 6 of Cups, you see how, I love this deck because it's it has very typical imagery, but it expresses it in ways that are sometimes very different from the normal card at the same time. But this guy is kissing this woman and she's totally kind of vacant in her eyes and not really present, looking off into the distance. So if you have experienced cheating within your relationship, you're dating someone, you're in a relationship and they cheat on you, then they feel like you have a wandering eye, and they feel that what you are communicating to them, maybe even through your body language as much as your words or anything else, is that you're kind of not really wanting them, or you're not really wanting to be loved by them. And these people are seeking solace for that. They're trying to find someone who will accept their love because they feel like you're not really interested. You're not really feeling it There's nothing they can do to make you happy with the love that they're giving. Now, if this is a situation where you're attracting people who are cheating on their partners, then that's how they're viewing their partner, and then they're turning to you. They're like, well, my partner seems very disinterested, right? They seem like they might even have a wandering eye, like they're looking off into the distance to see what else is out there, because there's a sort of coldness here. So I think in both cases, you represent either what you're communicating through your body language. I feel like primarily it might be body language, actually. And just the vibe that you're giving off is either I'm not interested, and so the person cheats on you to seek someone else who is interested, or you show them that you would be interested in them in a way that their partner is not showing them. Now, that doesn't mean that you're telling people or giving off vibes like, come and cheat with me, you know, like I'm happy to be someone that you cheat with. But like you're giving a sort of love in some way that people are finding inviting that they're not finding from their current partner. All right, so that seems to be what's going on. So what can group 1 do about this? Is there something they can do? Or, you know, I mean, at some level we can't help if people are misinterpreting us, but sometimes we can help it. I feel like there's not going to be anything you can do about people misinterpreting you, but what you can do is continue to put effort into your relationships and choosing the right person to begin with. So when we come to the situation of people cheating on you, a person you're in a relationship with cheating on you, your spirit guides are saying there is an issue here. Like, you know, it could be that you're actually not that interested in this person, and there are other underlying reasons for why you chose to be with that person. We have the Devil card reversed and the Moon card reversed. So this shows me the ego being in control of who you're choosing to get into a relationship with, and the reasons, you know, like, just to give a personal example, like back in the day, I was so eager to get in a relationship just so I could change my Facebook status. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I was back in the day when Facebook was like popular or whatever, and I was so into the idea that I could update my Facebook status to say in a relationship. And I don't know if they'd still do this, but back in the day too, like if the other person was also on Facebook, you could put like in a relationship with, and then like tag that person's Facebook profile, and then they would accept it on their end, and like it would be displayed like it's Facebook official. That's not a good reason to want to get involved with someone, just so you can like tell the world of Facebook, like, look, I'm valuable and lovable. Someone allowed me to be in a relationship with them. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, a lot of times if we really unpack it, and with these cards reversed, the Moon card and the Devil reversed, there is a sort of lack of self-awareness here. Like, you may not be totally aware that you are choosing to be in relationships with people sometimes for the wrong reasons. And, you know, like, it could be very well the case that the person you're with is picking up on that. And they're picking up on that. And it's not justified for them to cheat on you. Regardless, that is not okay. That's not an acceptable response. But your spirit guides are saying you have also chosen to get involved with someone for the wrong reasons. And, you know, when it comes to the other issue also of, you know, people maybe wanting to cheat on their own partner in order to be with you, or they're hitting on you or whatever. Again, it's kind of like stay in your own lane would be the message in that situation. Try to stay in the lane and don't get pulled into someone else's toxicity. Focus on building your own love life in a way that has stability for you. And if someone else is coming at you with that type of energy, it's better, again, just basically stay in your own lane, I think is the answer here. So I hope for those of you who stuck around to the end, let me know in the comments, or just hit the thumbs up so that I can see how many people actually stuck around, because I kind of felt like, you know, this is not a topic that often is covered in these pick a card readings, but I feel like it can be helpful for certain people. But it's that you have to also have a willingness to do some self-exploration as well. So anyway, give me some feedback down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 2, you chose the Judgment card. Let's go ahead and get into your reading and figure out why you are attracting cheaters. So let's keep an open mind here and see what Spirit Guide has to say for why this is happening and what you can do about it. We have the Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. What I find interesting here, like, I feel like you're, first of all, the point of this wasn't to highlight that you're doing something wrong anyway, but the Ace of Swords here is just confirming you're not doing anything quote unquote wrong, right? So there's just a verification here. I feel like you're kind of in your own world with this Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups. It could be that you are going through depression, or you're just generally speaking unsatisfied with life. So in other words, you're not trying to give people any sort of signal that you would be with someone who's cheating on someone else. For example, I kind of feel for a lot of you, you may not even really, I don't know, there's just a sense of being dissatisfied here. But you're not. You're not doing anything wrong. Let's see here. Okay, I feel like what's happening is, okay, for those of you who are in relationships, you may have partners who don't know how to deal with the fact that you are depressed or dissatisfied with life, or like in a slump or in a rut in life, which is a phase that we all get into. And to be honest, if you are serious about a relationship with someone, you have to be able to go through the good times and the bad, right? So I feel like maybe you have gotten involved in relationships and you just happen to have been in relationships with people who are not knowing how to do that with you, not knowing how to walk through the bad times, especially when you're struggling with your own emotions. And for those of you who are attracting people who are cheating on their partner, I don't know, people see you almost as vulnerable because you might be depressed or something, and it's like, oh, here's my chance for excitement. Like, I can use group 2 for some sort of excitement. Like, I don't know, because you're definitely not giving off some sort of green light that you're interested in people who would be cheating on another person to be with you. But it's like people see you almost like a challenge because you seem kind of checked out, you know, like, it's a sort of challenge to, like, how can I get group 2 interested? Like, they don't seem like they're interested in anybody or anything, but I bet I can get them interested in me. It's a strange mindset. Yeah, like people really, they see you as someone who is, I don't want to use the word reclusive. That's the word that came to mind, but I feel like it's something slightly different from that. Like, very withheld, like you hold a lot in, right? You're sort of mysterious in a way, and like people become intrigued by that, and they want to understand why. I think some people, like people who would be cheating on someone else in order to like hit on you or try to pursue you, it's because they think, you know, if you are already in a relationship yourself, they think, oh, well, they must be dissatisfied in their relationship. So, ooh, this opportunity is ripe for me to get some excitement going. You know, some people just are thrill seekers, and they'll seek thrills even in emotional situations, relationships, etc. If you're single, again, they just feel like you seem like a hard nut to crack, and that's a challenge that they find interesting, because it's sort of a narcissistic thing, right? Like, well, I bet other people couldn't get group 2 interested in them, but I can. I think cheating in general often has that thrill-seeking component as well. People who get stale or bored with their lives, they just want to shake it up, risk getting in trouble, that sort of thing. So anyway, so what's the guidance to group 2? What if anything can they do? I feel like your spirit guides are kind of saying, like, the most important thing for you is to kind of like focus on your own emotions and not let these types of situations make it even more difficult for you to stabilize your emotions. I do feel like you're a very emotionally sensitive person, but I do also feel like your spirit guides are saying, like, you know, you may not be in a good emotional headspace currently, but that's not going to last forever. You have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah, you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I think they want you to kind of like recognize that if someone is presenting an experience to you that might seem exciting, and it might feel like, oh, at least this will brighten my day for a moment and give me a little bit of excitement. Some of you might be feeling that way. I don't think most of you are, but they just want you to be able to spot the toxic derailment potential that is inherent in that. Like, because that's what people are coming at you to do. If they're cheating on someone else, that's like toxic derailment, because you're on the path to getting into a much better place with your emotions, right? Like, just because someone is emotionally sensitive or has gone through a lot of emotional difficulty in stabilizing their emotional health and whatnot, doesn't mean that they're not going to get there, right? I feel like you are going to get there, but you have to prioritize that. Prioritize it over any kind of momentary, impulsive thing that someone else might bring into your life. That it might be tempting, right? It might be that they're flattering you and charming you, but you kind of have to see the bigger picture here and know what will bring true success for you is to not get pulled into that unnecessary drama that will disrupt your emotional equilibrium even more. When we want to stabilize things emotionally, we don't want our emotions going all over the place, like the highs and lows. So you can make choices, obviously, to help that, for there to be more of an equilibrium there, rather than erratic swings, right? I mean, obviously, sometimes we can't help it, but also sometimes we can, right? So recognize the times when you can and like make the best choices possible. But I feel like most of you already are, you know, like you're not really inviting this type of thing from other people at all. But people do see you as someone that they can take advantage of to get their thrills or their excitement, their thrill seeking. And just don't let them do that to you. All right, so thank you so much, Group 2, for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, Group 3, you chose the High Priestess card. Let's go ahead and look and see why you are attracting cheaters. Okay. So we get the Queen of Swords, first of all. I kind of feel like you might be more likely to be the person who is single, and then someone who's in a relationship tries to hit on you or tries to cheat on their existing partner with you. I do feel like, you know, with that Queen of Swords, like I do feel like you put up strong boundaries, so I don't feel like you're letting people cross boundaries in that way, but I think you tend to attract people who have sort of nebulous boundaries themselves. You have strong boundaries, but you're attracting people who have nebulous boundaries, okay? But why is this happening? Why is this happening? So I'm saying, why is it happening, like, in terms of on your end? Why is it happening from their end? On your end, we have the Star card. I think that you kind of represent to a lot of these people, like, the fulfillment of all of their hopes and dreams romantically. Like, you're the package that people are looking for. And yeah, I think that, because you are the package that these people are looking for, they, on their end, are convincing themselves that you must feel the same way. Like, if you're the package that I'm looking for, surely I must be what you're looking for as well. And it's like they're forgetting to factor in the part of it where you probably are not ideally looking for someone who's not actually available. Yeah, so, I mean, what are you doing? You happen to be the ideal person. It's kind of like, to use a metaphor, this is just a metaphor or an analogy or whatever. Like, let's say you found what you thought was the perfect house. You committed to it. You bought the house. You're living in the house 3 years, 5 years, I don't know. And then you see another house and you're like, oh no, that's my ideal house. Like, these people, when they meet you, they're like, oh, okay, maybe I settled before. Or maybe they knew the person they got involved with wasn't totally right for them, but they just wanted to be in a relationship. In any case, they're meeting you and you're representing the ideal. And they want, okay, so there are different types of cheaters, right? Some people just want to cheat on their existing partner just for, like, a momentary thing, and then they want to go back to that partner. Some people want to, like, leave their current partner, and I feel like that's the kind of thing that you in particular attract. And maybe it's just one situation, but it's like a strong one that you've had, so strong that you wanted to watch this reading, or maybe it has happened more than once. But in any case, the dynamic I'm getting is that this person views you as their ideal partner. They assume you've got to feel the same. Like, if I'm feeling this, you've got to feel the way that I do. And they really are viewing you as someone that they want to have an actual relationship with. So what is the advice for group 3? So first of all, I mean, the first step I'm getting is to kind of be honest with yourself. Allow yourself to get peaceful, 2 of Swords, like peaceful with your thoughts. We're allowing our thoughts and our feelings to flow. And ask yourself, do I feel the same way about this person? Do I have a very strong attraction to them? Because if so, this is an attraction that could end up being, with a Tower card, very disruptive. But it's sort of like, maybe do some journaling, or talk to your therapist, or talk to your cat or your dog or your lizard or your toad. I don't know, go talk to a tree. But, like, get it out of yourself, either through writing it out or whatever. And try to understand your own feelings about this person. Like, it's okay for you to have the feelings that you have. If you have attraction, that doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong just by having feelings, right? But just first step, they're saying, is to get yourself to a point where you can see clearly, what are your actual feelings for this person? Are they right that you do have feelings for them as well? Second step is maintain boundaries for yourself, because if it happens to be that you do have feelings for them like that, it's okay for you to uphold standards about how you want a relationship to begin, right? So if you don't want a relationship to begin via cheating or something like that, then hold your boundaries. Hold out for what you really want. And if what you've decided when you looked at your feelings honestly is that you're not interested, then again, hold your boundaries would be step 2. You know, hold your boundaries and say, no, I'm looking for someone else. You're not the person that I want to build my life with. I'm going to hold out for someone who I do feel that way about. Any other messages for group 3 here? This was by far the easiest reading. The other ones were like, they're kind of difficult to navigate diplomatically, I guess, but because you never know how people are going to get triggered. But the point was not to trigger anybody. The point is like self-awareness and like guidance on how to avoid things that we don't want. I think that the last thing that your spirit guides would say to you is they want you to reframe. If you have any sort of negative self-talk about the situation, they want you to reframe that, not as I'm a failure or I've done something bad here. No matter what has transpired, they want you to reframe it. They want you to reframe it as I'm someone who has standards. I'm someone who has standards. It's not that I'm not open to love, but I want my love to come to me in a particular kind of way. And then surrender to the universe giving that to you. Truly surrender. Like completely surrender. The idea that you control the future. The idea that you can control things even through divination sometimes. They want you to let go of it even that way. We don't have to know when or how exactly true love is going to come into our life. But what you can say is, universe, I want someone to come to me who I have really good feelings for. They have good feelings for me. We're right for each other. And we're both available. And the timing is right. Right? I think there is a little bit of a confusion between you and the universe. You know, the universe is always, it is trying to, bring us the things that we are wanting and desiring, but there is something going on in your mental chatter. You know, the message that you're giving off through your thoughts is almost that you're okay with this pattern happening. And maybe you are okay with it in the sense that it might feel good for someone to see you as their ideal mate. That's flattering, right? But there's more to it that is not, it's not that it's not flattering necessarily, but it's not ideal for you. So do you want the fully ideal, which is someone who finds you and understands you to be their ideal mate, the fulfillment of what they've been looking for in a partner, and you see them the same way? And also for the two of you to both be single and, capable of pursuing that together in a way that feels good to you. So let the universe know that's what you're wanting, and that you're not accepting any more of this particular pattern. It's like, okay, universe, I've learned what I needed to learn here. I'm ready for something a little bit different, and I surrender how exactly that will come about, who exactly that will be. I don't have to know all the details. I don't have to be totally in control. But I trust that you understand me now, universe, and that you can bring to me such an experience. All right, so anyway, group 3, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.